Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am under the weather. I've been trying really hard to keep up with this video anyways because it's like the first week of October already and I have so much to say and do that's Halloween decor related, and I'd like to get it out in October. So I apologize if I sound like a frog, but that's just me like needing to get this video put together for you in time, in fall. Anyway, if you saw the slideshow at the beginning, you got to see a couple of the things we're working on. Some really fun ideas. They're real simple DIYs, very low budget, and I just thought they were fun for the holidays. And one thing I love is showing you our family tradition with the Halloween DIY village and how it turns into like a thing that my daughter does and puts out every year. And I also help her, but as she gets older, we add to the villages and we put them out together, and it's just really sweet, especially at Christmas time. But anyways, you gotta watch my video on that DIY Halloween village from last year and start crafting some stuff. It's really fun, and start collecting. You don't even have to make it if you don't want to. You could just go around and collect adorable little houses and haunted houses and whatnot and make your own village. Or you could craft some of the things that I put together and helped with. So anyway, let's get to it. We've got a lot of work to do. And I was just going to point out that sometimes a little bit of this, like actually, you know, helps. A little bit of this helps, right? When you have a frog in your throat, then just put a lot of blush on. So I'm glad I can still do the video. Let's get your house decorated for Halloween, and let's have some fun, like regular rituals coming out, bursting out of the seams at your home. Okay? So my first idea was to do 4 of these skeletons with the baking soda painting technique for that texture. But then I kind of decided that I liked having this floral skull sort of up against a smooth head, although I'm going to texturize this one. But I like it with the contrast of just a regular skeleton and then the floral skeleton. So you'll see, we'll be putting it together. And I have this like really cute tray that I got a long time ago at Home Goods. The 2 little handles on it. And I also made these adorable candy corn pine cones. Can you see those? So I'm thinking about doing just like a tabletop display with the 4 skeletons, some of the floral design in there, those pine cones, and then maybe another element. And then I was also thinking it'd be like kind of a cool way to display like a food platter. So might be toying with both of those ideas. But anyway, so we're making this tabletop display with this pretty basket and the 4 skeletons in different colors, and then doing these little candy corn pine cones as like a little texture in the basket, and maybe some sprigs of wheat. Let's talk materials for a second. So you're going to need obviously these 3 colors of paint and some pine cones. You can go foraging, get some pine cones. You don't have to go to Michael's to buy pine cones. This floral like headdress on the skeleton, I made it with wheat. So I bought wheat, and then I bought this like kind of, it looks like wheat, this fake wheat. And then I bought this sort of clustered floral dried flower sprig, which I put pink paint on. And then this fuzzy white, do you see the fuzzy white one? That I got at Hobby Lobby. And then I had these like yellow carnations from the dollar store last year, and I had moss, which I painted pink from last year too. So that's all I did. It's just like pretty simple. I looked for like the cheapest dry materials I could find. I've been adding gold paint to embellish the wheat too. I'm gonna add this fun little Boo Peep to my trick or treat hot cocoa while I work. So fun.
white paint on this little skull that I got at the Dollar Tree. They look like this, just to help cover up some of these dark areas, especially since I'll be using a light pink color.
Hi, Skelly. Okay, so what we're doing, see how the paint with this plastic skull is like a little harder to take, which is why it needs 3 coats of paint. So this guy is going to get texturized now with the baking soda mixture with paint, which is going to be about 1/4 of baking soda mixed with my paint. And I may end up using double that. So just keep adding it as you see fit, as you see is needed to make it look like real bone. You can use your regular baking soda from your baked goods as well. Okay, so I just take a 1/4 cup of the baking soda. Actually, I'm gonna like move it to the side a little bit. And add a bunch of paint. And I get myself a big brush. It's gonna kind of mix it in. And then I just start putting it on there. Now check it out. See the texture? Can you see the texture? It's really giving it that grit that bone has. Love that. So I'm just gonna keep mixing the baking soda in as I go and as needed, and then just put the 3rd coat on, giving it that incredible texture. I'm also a big fan of this brand at the Michael's store. It's like $1 each. And I usually need like maybe 2 of these, so it might make sense to get the $5 one, which is a lot bigger. I just took this chef knife, just a little steak knife. I just took this little steak knife and I just pierced a 1-inch hole in the front area, like 3 inches high, straight down, and then I shoved the floral arrangement down in there, and it held. In the eye sockets and along the teeth, I'm gonna paint them gold. So I'm just gonna keep the gold paint in the eye sockets and only on the teeth, and I'm not using baking soda for that, just straight up gold paint. And that's how I'm gonna finish those. So Hobby Lobby sells these $1.50 little sprigs. I usually do this instead of buying like the big stem that costs like $12. Especially if I know that I need just 1 of these per skull. So I add a little pink paint to this, and I've been adding a little pink paint to this moss. I added gold paint to the wheat. You can't see it on here, but I'm adding a little gold paint to the wheat. These I found, these like furry little sprigs. I'm not painting these at all. I like the contrast with this soft flower. The yellow, I didn't end up adding any gold to it. Normally I like to put a little gold on there, but I didn't do that this time. And then what I do is I just make like a little, like a floral arrangement that's small. So I put all these together, and I broke a couple of these apart last time. And I just kind of make like a little arrangement. Like that in my hands. So I did this tabletop display with the centerpiece. This is how it came out. I put all 4 skeletons in the cute little basket I was talking about. I put in the little candy corn pine cones, and I cut out these little pieces of gauze and tucked them in Grabbed a couple metallic and gingham pumpkins. Added a little glitter to the stem. Added glitter to the eyes and the teeth. You can see that technique that I use for detailing skeletons in my other DIY Halloween Village video. But mainly I just wet it with gold paint and then I sprinkled glitter over it while it was still wet. And that was after I did the baking soda texture on the skulls, which really came out great. It looks so much like real bone. So I decided I just wanted to do one floral skull for the center of my display. And then I wanted just loose skeletons in there with it. I added in the LED candles. So tonight it'll just be a really fun, spooky dinner. If you watch my Easter video, I talk a lot about having china paired with like fun, kind of kitschy paper goods. I love a tabletop that's like fancy and just like super funky holiday. These placemats, spiderweb placemats, are from the Dollar Tree, and so are the paper products. I feel like it came out really good. You could also do the tabletop display without the candles and see more of the skeletons. That could be fun too. You could even do it with spider webs instead of the gauze. But I really like it with the little pumpkins too. So it came out great, guys. I'm so happy with it. In the background, my husband's making this amazing English breakfast. Just wanted to point that out. Oh, wow. Kind of love it. Here is my husband's English breakfast. I can't actually do this because it has hot sauce all over it, but it kind of looks amazing. It's been a fun morning. A few years ago, I found these at the Dollar Tree, which in training, how adorable is that? And a matching one for the big witch. Mama witch. So always keep your eye out for cute stuff like this at the Dollar Tree. I mean, $2 and we've done some fun photo shoots with this. So the plan with this cauldron, which I found at a thrift store like a couple years ago, it didn't have a handle, so that's something I want to make for this today. And then I put like colorful pumpkins in it, and I felt like that was really fun. So how I'm going to fix this is I have this leftover stem of these fake flowers, and it just kind of looks like a branch. So I'm going to be tucking this in here. I'm going to loop it around. So I'm going to make this like really cool, like organic looking, really sparkly, really pretty, natural handle on the cauldron. So I'll be embellishing this with paint and tinsel, and I'm going to paint this like golden pink. So it'll just look like this like kind of wretched branch that I just pulled off a tree as a handle for the cauldron, which I feel like is fitting for potions in the woods. This I'm going to fill with spider webs and just kind of, I'm going to lift this all up too, so we'll pull this up by shoving some like Walmart grocery bags underneath. Then line it with the spider webs spilling out. So that's a really simple one. It's going to be so pretty afterwards. So I got this spider web stuff. Every year we grab more spider webs because they get trashed in the front yard. It has some spiders in it. This is what I'm going to put in the cauldron after I fluff it up with plastic bags. Yay! Okay, so I've emptied the cauldron and I'm just going to put all these bags in. And place all pumpkins back in. I'm just going to go ahead and paint this little handle I'm going to use for the cauldron. So I'm going to paint it like pink, and then I'll put some gold in here and maybe weave in some wheat. Okay, I did it. The cauldron is complete. It's so adorable. I absolutely love it. So what I ended up doing is I sort of just detailed the little flowers that I showed you earlier, put some wheat, and some of the things I had for the skeleton project I put in there too. I embellished these little fall leaves with some pink paint and some glitter, and I stuck them on. And then I twisted that big stem, the floral stem, I painted it a little bit pink, and then I twisted it with the tinsel in the silver and gold and attached it to the other side of the cauldron with the leaf covering it up. You saw me stuffing the cauldron with plastic bags and spider webs. So I just kind of pulled the spider webs around the pumpkins, and that came out, sorry, this chair is like creaking. That came out so cute. So I thought that would be a perfect display for like a Halloween bar. So I put together a little setup. So this could be witch's brew at the tabletop for a little party with like goblets and punch and beer and whatever else you want for a Halloween bar. Poison. Yep, just stick 'em on the back. hidden Mickey on the pumpkin. So this wreath is so basic that I don't even need to do like a tutorial. I'm just gonna tell you about it really quick because it's that simple. So in my last fall video, I showed you that I buy these wired wreath forms, and it has like 4 wires, so it's not just one loop. That's what I used from the dollar store. It's one whole dollar, okay? It's amazing. I got the raffia from Michael's last year when I did my Halloween village, and I just used the extra and I just like wrapped it all around the wreath and glued it and tied it in so it covers the whole base in the front. See that? It's just like the whole thing's covered with the raffia. On Amazon, I bought these like bendable bats, and they're all various sizes because the whole idea was to make it look like a bat was like flying away into the distance. So I had some extras and I just hot glued them around the wreath form. And then I got these cute black pom-poms and I just glued them on. I also had left over like this, kind of about this wide, like 3 inches wide, this sparkly pink tulle, and I just loosely wrapped that around and then like hot glued it in. So I did the raffia down, then I wrapped the tulle, glued it in, then I glued the bats and the pom-poms to it, and I got these sticky glitter letters from CVS and I just glued on Boo at the top. So it's been a really cute wreath in our house. I just put it on my daughter's door and I'm really enjoying it. It's a very simple, fun Boo wreath. Boo! Thanks for crafting with me. I really hope you're able to make at least one of these projects for your home, and I hope you enjoy decorating your house with your homemade projects. This one is really fun for a bar. I'm really looking forward to having a spooky dinner with that pretty tabletop display we did with the skeletons, and my daughter's going to enjoy the wreath and the village for the rest of the season. Have fun decorating in your home and happy Halloween. See you next time.